What if you were told your kidneys are failing and dialysis is your only future? What if there was another way, a path where food becomes medicine and your body reclaims its power to heal? Duncan Capicchiano, a naturopath who has worked with thousands of kidney disease patients, reveals a transformative approach that challenges everything you thought you knew about kidney health. This is not about accepting decline. This is about fighting back with nature as your weapon. Why your kidneys are failing and nobody told you the real reason. Your kidneys are two fist-sized organs that filter about 200 quarts of blood every single day. They remove waste, balance electrolytes, regulate blood pressure, and produce hormones that keep your bones strong and your blood healthy. When they fail, toxins accumulate, blood pressure spikes, bones weaken, and eventually, life becomes dependent on a machine. But here's what most doctors will not emphasize enough. Kidney disease is largely preventable and, in early to moderate stages, often reversible. Chronic kidney disease affects 1 in 7 adults, yet most people discover it only when significant damage has occurred. The kidneys can lose up to 90% of their function before symptoms become obvious. By the time you feel constantly tired, nauseated, or notice swelling in your legs, your kidneys may be operating at just a fraction of their capacity. A 52-year-old man visits his doctor for routine blood work. His creatinine levels are elevated, and his glomerular filtration rate shows stage 3 kidney disease. The doctor mentions monitoring and possible future dialysis. The man leaves confused and terrified, not understanding that this moment is not a death sentence, but a wake-up call. His kidneys are struggling because of years of high blood pressure, a diet loaded with processed foods, chronic dehydration, and uncontrolled blood sugar. These are all factors he can change. Dr. Andrew Smythe from McMaster University has published extensive research showing that lifestyle modifications can significantly slow or even halt kidney disease progression in stages 1 through 3. The problem is not that reversal is impossible. The problem is that patients are rarely given comprehensive protocols to try before surrendering to dialysis. The hidden culprits destroying your kidneys. The author identifies several overlooked factors that accelerate kidney decline. Understanding these is crucial because you cannot heal what you do not understand. Chronic inflammation sits at the root of most kidney damage. Unlike acute inflammation that heals wounds, chronic inflammation continuously damages kidney tissues. It comes from multiple sources: a diet high in processed foods and sugar, chronic infections, autoimmune conditions, environmental toxins, and even chronic stress. Each inflammatory episode leaves microscopic scars in kidney tissues, gradually reducing function. Phosphorus overload represents another silent killer. Your kidneys regulate phosphorus levels in your blood. When they are damaged, phosphorus accumulates, pulling calcium from your bones and depositing it in blood vessels and organs. This creates a vicious cycle where weakened kidneys cannot eliminate phosphorus, which further damages the kidneys and cardiovascular system. Most processed foods contain phosphorus additives, yet food labels often do not clearly identify them. A woman with stage 2 kidney disease continues eating her regular diet, including deli meats, sodas, and packaged snacks. She does not realize these foods contain phosphate additives that her compromised kidneys cannot eliminate. Over months, her kidney function declines further. Her bones ache, and she develops calcification in her arteries. When she finally learns about hidden phosphorus and eliminates these foods, her decline stabilizes, but the damage from months of ignorance remains. Protein metabolism creates another challenge. When you digest protein, your body produces nitrogen-containing waste products like urea and creatinine that kidneys must filter out. Damaged kidneys struggle with this workload. However, the solution is not eliminating protein, but choosing the right types and amounts. The book emphasizes that plant proteins produce less toxic waste than animal proteins, and moderating total protein intake reduces kidney burden without causing malnutrition. Dr. Kamyar Kalantarzadeh, a leading kidney disease researcher at UC Irvine, has demonstrated that plant-based diets reduce uremic toxins and slow kidney disease progression. His research shows that even partial shifts toward plant proteins benefit kidney function markers significantly. The alkaline advantage for kidney repair. One of the most powerful concepts in the book involves acid-base balance in your body. Your kidneys work constantly to maintain blood pH in a narrow range. When your diet produces excess acid, kidneys must work overtime to neutralize it, accelerating their deterioration. The standard American diet is highly acid-producing. Animal proteins, grains, dairy, and processed foods generate acid during metabolism. To buffer this acid, your body pulls minerals from bones and forces kidneys to excrete acid. Over years, this chronic acid load damages kidney tissues directly and contributes to bone disease, muscle wasting, and cardiovascular problems. An alkaline-promoting diet is presented as foundational for kidney healing. This does not mean the food itself is alkaline, but rather that after metabolism, it leaves an alkaline residue. Fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, and seeds are alkaline-forming. They provide minerals like potassium, magnesium, and calcium that buffer acid and reduce kidney workload. A 60-year-old woman with declining kidney function switches from a meat-heavy diet to one centered on vegetables, fruits, beans, and limited fish. Within 3 months, her blood work shows improved kidney function markers. Her energy returns and swelling in her ankles disappears. The change is not magic. Her kidneys are no longer drowning in acidic waste. They can focus on healing instead of survival. Research from the National Kidney Foundation confirms that alkali therapy, whether through diet or supplements like sodium bicarbonate, slows kidney disease progression. Dr. Donald Wesson from Texas A&M has published multiple studies showing that reducing dietary acid load preserves kidney function and reduces the need for dialysis. Water, the most underestimated kidney medicine. Proper hydration is so fundamental that its importance often gets dismissed. But the book explains that adequate water intake is non-negotiable for kidney healing. Water dilutes toxins in your blood, making them easier for kidneys to filter. It prevents kidney stones, reduces urinary tract infections, and helps kidneys maintain electrolyte balance. The critical insight is that many people with kidney disease restrict water out of fear of swelling or because they have been told to limit fluids in advanced stages. However, for most people in stages 1 through 3, adequate hydration supports kidney function. The key is drinking pure water throughout the day, not waiting until you feel thirsty, which indicates you are already dehydrated. A man with stage 3 kidney disease barely drinks water, surviving on coffee and occasional juice. His urine is dark and concentrated, forcing his damaged kidneys to work much harder. When he begins drinking 8 glasses of pure water daily, his urine becomes clear, his energy improves, and his next kidney function test shows stabilization. The simple act of proper hydration gave his kidneys the support they desperately needed. The author warns against certain beverages. Sodas, especially dark colas, contain phosphoric acid that harms kidneys. Energy drinks overload kidneys with caffeine and additives. Even excessive fruit juice can spike blood sugar, which damages kidney blood vessels. Clean water remains the gold standard. Potassium and sodium. The delicate balance. Managing electrolytes becomes crucial in kidney disease. The book dedicates significant attention to potassium and sodium because these minerals directly affect kidney health and cardiovascular function. Healthy kidneys excrete excess potassium easily. But damaged kidneys cannot, and potassium can accumulate to dangerous levels, potentially causing fatal heart arrhythmias. This is why many kidney patients are told to limit high potassium foods like bananas, potatoes, and tomatoes. However, this advice is not universal. People in earlier stages often benefit from adequate potassium, which helps control blood pressure and protects the heart. The solution is personalized monitoring. Regular blood tests determine whether potassium restriction is necessary. For many people, moderate potassium intake from whole foods is safe and beneficial, especially when balanced with reduced sodium. Sodium restriction is universally important for kidney disease. Excess sodium raises blood pressure, damages kidney blood vessels, causes fluid retention, and accelerates decline. The average person consumes far more sodium than needed, mostly from processed and restaurant foods. A man with hypertension and early kidney disease loves salty snacks and fast food. His blood pressure remains high despite medication. When he eliminates added salt and processed foods, focusing on whole foods seasoned with herbs, his blood pressure drops significantly within weeks. His kidneys, no longer fighting constant hypertension, begin to stabilize. The reduction in vascular pressure gives them a chance to heal. Dr. Paul Welton, an international hypertension expert, has shown through decades of research that sodium reduction produces substantial blood pressure decreases and reduces cardiovascular events. For kidney disease patients, this translates directly to slower disease progression. The anti-inflammatory diet as kidney medicine. Inflammation is the fire that burns kidney tissues. Putting out this fire requires removing inflammatory triggers and adding anti-inflammatory compounds. The book presents a comprehensive anti-inflammatory eating protocol. Eliminates refined sugars and flours, which spike blood sugar and trigger inflammatory responses. Remove processed vegetable oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, which promote inflammation. Avoid processed meats containing nitrates and other inflammatory compounds. Reduce or eliminate dairy products, which can be inflammatory for many people. Instead, build meals around colorful vegetables that provide antioxidants and phytochemicals that combat inflammation. Include omega-3-rich foods like wild-caught fish, flax seeds, and walnuts. Add herbs and spices, particularly turmeric, ginger, garlic, and cinnamon, which have potent anti-inflammatory properties. Choose whole grains in moderation, preferably gluten-free options for those sensitive. A woman with lupus-related kidney disease experiences constant joint pain and progressive kidney decline. She adopts an anti-inflammatory diet, eliminating processed foods, sugar, and dairy, while adding generous amounts of vegetables, berries, fish, and anti-inflammatory spices. Within 2 months, her inflammatory markers drop significantly. Her joint pain improves dramatically, and her kidney function tests stabilize. By addressing systemic inflammation, she has given her kidneys an environment where healing becomes possible. Dr. Frank Hu from Harvard School of Public Health has published landmark research on diet and inflammation, showing that anti-inflammatory dietary patterns reduce chronic disease risk across multiple organ systems. For kidneys already under stress, reducing inflammatory burden is not optional. It is essential. Blood sugar control, the non-negotiable foundation. Diabetes is the leading cause of kidney disease in developed countries. High blood sugar damages the tiny blood vessels in kidneys, gradually destroying their filtering capacity. Even prediabetes and blood sugar fluctuations harm kidneys over time. Blood sugar control is absolutely critical for anyone with kidney disease, whether diabetic or not. Stable blood sugar protects kidney blood vessels, reduces inflammation, and allows healing to occur. The strategy involves eliminating refined carbohydrates that spike blood sugar rapidly. This means saying goodbye to white bread, white rice, pastries, sugary drinks, and most packaged snacks. Instead, choose complex carbohydrates that release sugar slowly. Vegetables, legumes, intact whole grains, and limited fruit. Combine carbohydrates with healthy fats and proteins to further slow sugar absorption. Eat regularly to prevent blood sugar crashes that trigger stress hormones and inflammation. Consider intermittent fasting under professional guidance, as it can improve insulin sensitivity dramatically. A 58-year-old diabetic man with stage 2 kidney disease struggles with high blood sugar despite medication. He continues eating bread, pasta, and sweets, thinking his medication will compensate. His kidney function continues declining. When he finally commits to a low glycemic diet rich in vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, his blood sugar stabilizes. Within 6 months, his doctor reduces his medication, and his kidney function tests show improvement for the first time in years. Dr. Roy Taylor from Newcastle University has demonstrated through groundbreaking research that type 2 diabetes can be reversed through diet, particularly by reducing caloric intake and eliminating refined carbohydrates. For kidney disease patients, implementing these principles can halt and potentially reverse early diabetic kidney damage. The micronutrient protocol for kidney healing. Beyond macronutrients, specific vitamins and minerals play crucial roles in kidney health. The book details targeted supplementation strategies, though always under professional supervision due to the delicate nature of kidney disease. Vitamin D deficiency is epidemic among kidney disease patients and worsens outcomes. Kidneys activate vitamin D, and damaged kidneys cannot perform this function efficiently. Low vitamin D contributes to bone disease, cardiovascular problems, immune dysfunction, and faster kidney decline. Supplementation with active vitamin D under medical supervision can be transformative. B vitamins, particularly B6, B12, and folate, help process homocysteine, an amino acid that damages blood vessels when elevated. Kidney disease patients often have elevated homocysteine. Adequate B vitamins protect kidney blood vessels and slow decline. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish oil reduce inflammation, protect kidney structures, and improve cardiovascular health. Multiple studies show that omega-3 supplementation slows kidney disease progression. Coenzyme Q10 supports cellular energy production and acts as a powerful antioxidant. Kidneys have high energy demands, and CoQ10 helps them function efficiently while protecting against oxidative damage. A woman with stage 3 kidney disease has severe vitamin D deficiency, chronic fatigue, and worsening bone pain. Her doctor prescribes active vitamin D supplementation, along with fish oil and a B-complex vitamin. Within 8 weeks, her energy improves dramatically. Bone pain decreases, and her kidney function markers stabilize. The targeted nutrients provided what her failing kidneys could not produce or process on their own. Dr. David Goldfarb, a nephrologist at NYU Langone, has published research on vitamin D and kidney disease, showing that appropriate supplementation improves outcomes and may slow progression. However, he emphasizes that supplementation must be medically supervised because kidney disease changes how the body handles many nutrients. Exercise as kidney therapy. Physical activity might seem unrelated to kidney health, but the book explains why movement is medicine for failing kidneys. Exercise improves blood sugar control, reduces inflammation, lowers blood pressure, strengthens cardiovascular health, maintains muscle mass, and improves mental health. Each of these benefits directly supports kidney function. The protocol does not require intense workouts. Moderate, consistent activity works best. Walking, swimming, cycling, yoga, and light resistance training all provide benefits. The key is regularity and progression, gradually increasing activity as fitness improves. A sedentary man with declining kidney function feels too tired to exercise. His blood pressure remains high, and his blood sugar is poorly controlled. With encouragement, he begins walking just 10 minutes daily. As weeks pass, he extends to 20, then 30 minutes. His blood pressure drops, blood sugar stabilizes, and energy improves. Physical activity has broken the downward spiral, giving his body the metabolic boost it needed to support kidney healing. Dr. Aaron Howden from the Baker Heart and Diabetes Institute has demonstrated that exercise training improves kidney function markers in chronic kidney disease patients. Her research shows that both aerobic and resistance exercise provide benefits, with combined training producing the best results. Stress reduction and sleep as healing foundations. Chronic stress damages kidneys through multiple mechanisms. Stress hormones like cortisol increase blood pressure, raise blood sugar, promote inflammation, and impair immune function. Over time, chronic stress accelerates kidney decline. Stress management is not optional self-care, but essential medicine. Techniques include meditation, deep breathing exercises, yoga, time in nature, creative activities, and social connection. Finding what works for you and practicing it daily creates a foundation for healing. Sleep is equally critical. During deep sleep, your body performs repair and regeneration. Growth hormone releases, inflammation decreases, and cellular cleanup occurs. Poor sleep disrupts these processes, elevates stress hormones, and worsens metabolic health. Aiming for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep nightly supports every aspect of kidney healing. A business executive with kidney disease works 80-hour weeks, sleeps 5 hours nightly, and never takes breaks. Despite following dietary recommendations, his kidney function continues declining. When a health crisis forces him to reduce work hours, prioritize sleep, and add daily meditation, his health transforms. Within months, kidney markers improve, blood pressure normalizes, and he feels better than he has in years. His body finally had the rest and recovery time it desperately needed. Dr. Michael Graner, director of the Sleep and Health Research Program at the University of Arizona, has published extensive research linking poor sleep to chronic disease progression, including kidney disease. His work shows that improving sleep quality benefits metabolic health, inflammation, and organ function across the board. Detoxification support for burdened kidneys. Your kidneys filter toxins constantly, but modern life exposes us to unprecedented toxic loads. Environmental pollutants, pesticides, heavy metals, medications, and metabolic waste products all burden compromised kidneys. The book provides strategies to reduce toxic exposure and support natural detoxification. This includes choosing organic produce when possible to avoid pesticides, filtering drinking water to remove contaminants, avoiding unnecessary medications and supplements that burden kidneys, limiting alcohol completely, eliminating tobacco, and using natural cleaning and personal care products. Supporting liver function also helps kidneys because these organs work together to eliminate toxins. Foods like cruciferous vegetables, garlic, beets, and leafy greens support both liver and kidney detoxification pathways. A woman with kidney disease lives in an area with contaminated water. She drinks tap water daily and eats conventional produce heavily sprayed with pesticides. Her kidney function continues declining despite dietary changes. When she invests in a quality water filter and switches to organic produce for high pesticide items, her rate of decline slows. Reducing her toxic exposure has lightened the burden on her struggling kidneys. Dr. David Bellinger from Harvard Medical School has published research on environmental toxins and kidney disease, showing that heavy metals like lead and cadmium directly damage kidney tissues. Minimizing exposure and supporting detoxification pathways becomes especially important. For those with compromised kidney function, the medical integration approach. One of the most important messages in the book is that natural healing does not mean rejecting medical care. The author advocates for integrative medicine where natural protocols complement conventional treatment. Regular monitoring through blood tests and urine analysis tracks progress and catches problems early. Medications for blood pressure and blood sugar may be necessary, especially initially. Some supplements interact with medications, requiring professional coordination. The goal is reducing medication dependence over time as natural healing progresses, not recklessly abandoning medical support. This requires working with healthcare providers who respect both approaches. A man with stage 3 kidney disease implements the complete protocol while continuing his blood pressure medication and regular nephrology appointments. Over 6 months, his blood pressure normalizes and his doctor reduces medication dosage. After a year, his kidney function has improved enough that monitoring frequency decreases. He has achieved what seemed impossible, reversing the trajectory of his disease through intelligent integration of natural healing and medical monitoring. The power of herbal support. The book explores specific herbs that have been shown to support kidney function when used appropriately under professional guidance. Astragalus is highlighted for its protective effects on kidney tissues and its ability to reduce protein in urine, a key marker of kidney damage. Studies in traditional Chinese medicine and modern research suggest it helps slow progression. Nettle leaf acts as a gentle diuretic that supports kidney function without depleting essential minerals. It helps the body eliminate waste while providing minerals that support overall health. Dandelion root supports both kidney and liver detoxification pathways, helping the body process and eliminate toxins more efficiently. Cordyceps mushroom has been used traditionally for kidney health, and modern research shows it may protect kidney tissues from damage and support overall function. Ginger root reduces inflammation system-wide and supports digestive health, which indirectly benefits kidney function by improving nutrient absorption and reducing inflammatory burden. A woman adds astragalus tea and nettle leaf infusions to her daily routine under the guidance of an herbalist. She also takes cordyceps supplements. Over several months, her protein spillage decreases and her kidney function markers stabilize. The herbs have provided gentle, sustained support that complements her dietary and lifestyle changes, taking control of your kidney destiny. The core message is empowerment. Kidney disease is not an inevitable slide toward dialysis. For many people, especially those in earlier stages, significant improvement and even reversal are possible through comprehensive natural protocols. Even in advanced stages, quality of life can improve dramatically and progression can slow substantially. The protocol requires commitment, dietary transformation, lifestyle changes, stress management, consistent monitoring, and patience as healing occurs gradually. But the alternative is accepting decline, dependence on machines, and severely compromised quality of life. Your kidneys filter your entire blood volume dozens of times daily. They perform hundreds of functions essential to life. They deserve your commitment to their healing. The power is not in some future medical breakthrough. It is in your daily choices, starting right now. Every meal is an opportunity to support or damage your kidneys. Every glass of water matters. Every night of quality sleep contributes to healing. Every stress management session calms the inflammatory fires. Every step you take improves your metabolic health. These small choices accumulate into transformation. The journey begins with a single decision to take responsibility for your health rather than passively accepting decline. That decision, backed by consistent action, can change your trajectory from disability and dependence to vitality and freedom. Thank you for watching. If these insights resonated with you, subscribe to our channel for more life-changing book summaries that put health back in your hands. Visit us for the complete, detailed breakdown of Beat Kidney Disease and discover other health transformation books that will empower you to take control of your well-being.